when you think of rowing, you think of East Coast. You think of Harvard, Yale, which was the first one, as you stated earlier, which was the first competition in collegiate history. And we're starting here. Here's the start of the race. But, going from west to east, normally people want to go from east to west.
Yeah, and as I mentioned before, it's a little bit of a myth that the best rowing happens in New England or on the East Coast. If you want to go by historic performances, outstanding performances in the Olympics, Cal and Washington from the West Coast were the dominant programs. Mm-hmm. Cal's the only 3-time Olympic gold medalist among any collegiate program. And as we've seen in popular media with the boys in the boat, those boats were made up of hard scrabble kids from the Central Valley, California, in the Cal boats. And the Washington boat was well documented as kids that learned how to row in college, loved rowing for their college program, and the way international rowing worked back then, you could qualify your entire collegiate crew as the US 8, which happened for about an 80-year stretch.
Well, if you don't know what we're talking about the movie and the book, Boys in the Boat. If you haven't seen it or you haven't had a chance to read it or go see it. I'm told the book is better than the movie.
Nothing unusual about that in most depictions, but yeah, the book is outstanding. Written by a Cal guy, by the way.
Oh man, you're killing me. I'm looking at this race. The stroke oars, I guess, which is seat 8. The oar is going in where the bow's last stroke was. So in other words, they're clearing the last stroke. So that would be that's Syracuse. And Oregon State's the stroke is right in the white water of the bow's stroke. So the boat's not getting pushed as far with each stroke.
Yeah, that's referred to as clearance, and it's certainly one of the indicators that coxswains and coaches during practice look to see, how well the boat's responding to whatever you're asking of it. And when you're seeing these kinds of margins that we're seeing here, it is visible. You can perceive it.
Right. From our perspective, with a drone, it's very, very prominent. If you're down in the water or you're alongside, it's not as much. The coxswain can see it because he can see where the oar goes in. So he knows, he's aware. Are the oarsmen, are they aware of it?
Yeah, they especially the stroke does not want to be
in white
caught
water
in those puddles either. Yeah. So they have a tendency to get a little annoyed if they don't have clean water to make a perfect catch into the water. All right, so we're seeing a Syracuse crew here. So this crew is a veteran crew with a good combination of 3 seniors, 3 juniors, and 3 sophomores. So
wow.
They'll have room to develop from year to year. Really strong performance last year. Finished 5th in the national championships, and then went on and had a strong performance at the Henley Regatta in England. Made the finals of one of the 8 order races there. And Dave's got it going again. They came in the pre-polling at number 9. I think they're going to
jump up.
They're going to jump up. They're certainly going to jump above Stanford, who came in as 8. And we've already had that head-to-head competition. And Syracuse, we're talking about recovery. So Tomorrow morning, not to look too far ahead, but tomorrow morning they're racing Cal.
Yeah, that's going to be a great race right there.
Yeah.
Not that we haven't seen great races, but you're pitting two institutions against each other that are doing very, very well in their competitions today.
Yeah. And Syracuse has now a recent track record of responding really well to that challenge of racing Cal in this event. Last year, the varsity and JV at Cal got a real challenge from Syracuse. They prevailed, but it was a very, very good test for Cal, and we expect the same thing tomorrow. What we saw in that Syracuse JV performance is
well, that's the thing, you don't win it on paper. You win it in the water.
And we'll test that. We'll test that tomorrow in that Syracuse Cal.
Look at the clean entry and exit here. That's very efficient and great technique, as you pointed out earlier. That it's so clean. Look, it's amazing. And there's the brakes. But that was a very clean, technical race for Syracuse.
Yeah, and I think they've got to be probably pretty pleased with the performance of their stroke oar. He's an experienced rower from Illinois.
And there comes.
And, you don't get down the course quickly without good work from your stroke. And I'm sure Dave is pretty pleased with what he's seen so far.